It's on.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. All right, we're coming out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, and as well to preach the gospel. All right, the good news to the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. All right, and you got Israelite foreigners as well. You know, as the scripture says, all right, my heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. All right, we're all the same bird. We're all Israelites. Okay, but different, coming in different variations, man. Different skin tones, hairstyles. You get the picture. All right, 12 tribes. So before we get started, as always, we're going to give all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Harakakodash. Double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well. Head Great Millstone. And salutations to all you since your Akim, preaching this word throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, so once again, you know, there was another attempted murder. You know, one of these psyops, these, how would you call them?
False flag.
False flags. All right, that took place at the White House. Okay. And if you see, you know, what coincided and what took place after, all right, everybody's fed up. Okay, people are waking up to the realization, all right, that America is full of lies, man. You know, all these false flag shootings, man. Okay, it's just to take away your rights, all right, and to bring about a absolute power, Esau totalitarian government. Okay, which is the New World Order, if you will.
I got a script.
Yeah, come.
This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Right. And also in Thessalonians, it tells you that this devil, all right, the self-proclaimed white man who is Esau Edom, okay, he comes in the working of Satan, okay, with all deceivableness and lying wonders. Okay, so we're not ignorant, all right, of this damn devil, man. Okay, we're not ignorant. We know that he wants to dupe the masses.
Got another one too.
Go ahead.
Daniel 8:25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand.
Right, and this guy's always talking about how he's got a war on terror, a war on drugs, a war on this, a war on that, a war in the Middle East.
I think you can say you got a war on homelessness and hunger.
Right.
A war on hunger.
Right. You know, and it's always a war to bring about what? Peace, to stabilize, okay, the world. But in all reality, it's to overthrow you. In all reality, is to make you fall deeper into this man's chains, man, so to speak. You know?
Psalm 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
And you notice a lot of these politicians, these people in the Senate office, okay, they all speak to you with soft words. You know? They're trying to sell you something. Really, they're trying to buy you through their words. Okay? Like the brother brought out in Daniel, it said he shall cause craft to prosper.
Yep.
That's just another form of their witchcraft, man. Is the politics, the laws and things of that nature they have you vote into,
Right.
buy into.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, your vote really don't matter. All right? But they got to throw it out there. They got to make things happen. and then say this is why we're going to do it in the name of peace.
Mm-hmm.
But really it's to destroy you, man. And ultimately it's to destroy these people on this side. Okay? Because what Esau, all right, the self-proclaimed white man wants is to continue forever. As the scripture said, their inward thought is to continue forever. Okay? All they're looking for is to further continue in rulership, man, and take it as far as they could go. Okay? Now the elite, they're terrified of the truth being preached. Okay? Esau ultimately is terrified of the truth. Okay, that's why in Canada they just banned preaching the Bible. Okay, in Canada. Yeah, I know. Bug outs.
I got another
You know? Real quick. Slot.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's why in Canada they banned the scriptures from coming out. You can't be out there and public preach, public speak. Really, it's public preach. You know, they passed the bill, the law out there that they're gonna lock you up if you're out there preaching the Bible, man. And it's not when will that happen. It's already happening. They already signed the bill. It's already in effect. Okay, and that's gonna come here to America, man. Okay, where they're gonna demonize us, arrest us, look to lock us up for preaching the word. And it's not just preaching any old word, man. It's preaching the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. He's ultimately what they're against. Okay. But go ahead, bro.
Yep, this is I got another one too. This is St. John 10:10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy.
Yeah, and that thief is Esau, man. All right, the self-proclaimed white man. Okay, he's the thief. The thief cometh not for but for to steal and to kill. How was America established? Okay, under these Edomites that fled from Britain, man, or came here, you know, on a side quest from Britain before they rebelled. They came here and they were butchering, all right, the tribes, man. You know, they were butchering Gad, Issachar, you know, the northern kingdom, okay, and captivated the southern kingdom and was bringing them here in slave ships, man, trading us off. You know, they got what you call the Atlantic slave trade, okay, the triangular slave trade, okay, because it was here in America, it was there in Central South America, and then back to Europe, man, okay, where they were trading us all off, all the tribes, man. All right, stole our land, man, butchered us, you know, by the millions. Okay. So this guy Esau, okay, he is not your friend. Okay, this guy is not the Lord. All right, although he tries to portray that image that he's righteous, that he's holy, he's a good guy. That's why he's the self-proclaimed white man. Okay, because the word white, when you look into the definition, pretty much means peaceful. It means, you know, good, holy, you know, righteous. But he's anything but those things, man. Okay? He's everything but those things. All right? Go ahead.
Yeah, this is real quick. Habakkuk 1:6. For lo, I raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs.
Right, and he's the modern day Chaldean. Okay? When you go back into ancient Sumerian customs, all right, of the Chaldees, which was in Babylon, okay, there were witches and warlocks. They were high-level witches and warlocks, which is Esau today. All right, the Illuminati, okay, the so-called Illuminati, you know, the elite, they work with high-level sorceries, man. Okay? They're the modern day Chaldean, man. Modern day high level witches and warlocks, man. And here, America is Babylon the Great. All right, so they suit it. You know, the thing that was is that which shall be. It's the same thing all over again, man. Okay? Everything is reincarnated. You don't necessarily have to do the same, be the same person. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be the same place. Okay, but the morality and the actions, okay, of those ancient people and places are here today. Just like the scripture says that the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. You even have righteousness that's reincarnated. Okay? Because the only ones that can come out and preach this word in its entirety and stick to the script are the prophets. Okay, those are that were predestined before the beginning of the world. All right, to do this thing, man. You know, you always come back in your lot if you're a prophet. Everybody comes back in their lot. You know, just like Cain. Cain came back in his lot as Esau. All right. What?
Yep. Verse 7, they are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves.
Yeah. So, what they feel like is unrighteous. What they feel like is wicked. What they feel like is punishable. You know, because here it is. We all know that these damn devils, they're pedophiles, creeps, weirdos, thieves. What is it? Bloodletters.
Right. Murderers.
Murderers. Okay, they'll do these things and be acquitted, not be charged. But if you go and you do these things, they'll throw you under the prison. Okay, they'll throw you in a jail cell, prison cell, and put no bail. But this guy could just got done, you know, molesting a whole preschool, and his bail is set to $10,000. For what? So he can get out. Okay? Go ahead, read that again, Bubba Show. You know, it's totally unrighteous, man. This devil, man. And that's why, you know, you can't be ignorant of this guy, man. We're out here telling our people to do what's good, do what's right. Okay, go ahead.
Habakkuk 1 and 7, they are terrible and dreadful. Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves.
Their judgment and their dignity shall proceed of themselves.
Hey, going back to the self-proclaimed white man.
Yeah. Yep. The self-proclaimed white man. You know, he proclaims himself to be righteous, to be holy. You know, all these churches you go to, who do you see hanging on the cross? A damn self-proclaimed white man. You know, Cesare Borgia, JC. Okay, which is not the Lord's true name. All right. From you got more? Good.
Revelation 2 and 9, I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Yeah, so, you know, the scriptures say that he knows the blasphemy of them that say they are Jews and are not.
But it's just like,
Which are all other self-proclaimed white people, man. Okay, that are inhabiting our land, man. That are in Jerusalem, that are in Israel. They just had a fucking another Tel Aviv Pink City parade, man. Which, how could they be the people of the Lord when the Lord condemns being a homosexual, man? And going back to Canada, banning Bible preaching on the streets. They're saying that because things can be taken out of the scriptures and be used for hate speech. And one of those such things being is coming against or speaking against wickedness, which one form of wickedness, according to the Most High, is homosexuality. Okay? Homosexuality is a sin, according to the scriptures. You know? And what does it promote? It promotes death. It does not promote life. Okay? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is all about life. Like the brother had, the thief coming not but for to steal and to kill. Okay? But Yahweh Shai came that we would have life and have it more abundantly. So that's the spirit that we're coming in, is a spirit of life, the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? To condemn the wickedness that's taking place here. And that's why real soon they're going to be looking to lock us up, all right, to put our heads in the guillotine. Okay? Go ahead.
Amos 5 and 10, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Hey, you know what? What's messed up about it? You know, there's another scripture that says he shall make a man an offender for a word.
Yeah.
You know, back during the times of chattel slavery, when Esau was putting his foot up Jake's ass hardcore, he was using the Bible for hate speech against Jake.
Yep.
He was using the scriptures to enslave Jake, man. All right, and force Jake to do his will. All right, you know, and now this guy, now that we're speaking against all of his atrocities and his iniquities and wickedness, now all of a sudden we have hate speech because we're coming against all the wickedness that he's done to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the tribes of Israel, man.
Yeah.
And around the world, Salah. Go ahead.
Yeah, like the brother said, you know, he was using the scriptures for hate speech, or Slakia, he was being hateful with the scriptures against the people of the Lord. Because when you watch those movies, those slave movies, old school slave movies that came out like in the 70s, 80s, early 90s, they were showing you when they were bringing the Southern Kingdom from the West Africa and parts of Europe, they were busting out their teeth and funneling swine down their throats, man. When the scriptures say that to eat swine's flesh is a sin. So if those are the people of the Lord, why are they forcing people to commit wickedness against the Lord? You see? And then today, this fucking devil, all right, promotes wickedness, man. He damn near gives people license to sin. Okay? He put it into law that you could openly profess yourself being a happy person. You get your member cut off, and they'll pay for it. When the scriptures say that if a man has his member cut off, he cannot be in the congregation of the Lord.
And now they want to put you in jail if you speak against it.
Right. Right. If this guy ain't the fucking devil, then where and who is he?
Well, you know, this whole Constitution thing talking about freedom of speech, you know, freedom of expression, freedom of religion. All right. Well, where's all that stuff going? And those were his laws. Those are his own words. You know what I mean? That's his own contract that he's trying to break. You know, and how about Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, they had all these different things put in place so that the word could be spread abroad. But you know, now we're coming into the time where the Lord's going to take the words away.
Well, the thing is, he's gonna what do you call it? He's going to do a system reboot. Okay, see, because his wickedness applies to his New World Order. And freedom of speech is pretty much you being freely able to express your happiness, man. Freely able to express your wickedness. You're not freely able to express yourself against this wicked ass.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, because that stuff wasn't meant for Jacob.
Nah.
That stuff wasn't meant for the Israelites. That stuff was meant for Babylonians.
Yeah, it was meant for you know, for the elite.
For Esau.
Yeah. Because you can't practice the same rights and things that Esau got going on being an Israelite. You can try. You might get lucky a few times. But you catch Esau on his bad day, on one of his good days, say. He'll blow your ass away.
Well, you try and do that, and then, you know, if you don't follow his rules, he gonna come and get you.
He's gonna kill you.
Yep.
How many times you see Jake out there protesting their gun rights, get shot at by the cops, get locked up? But here it is, Esau will have a bad day, be out there with a rifle, and they'll be trying to target Alright, they'll be trying to talk to the guy. You know, calm down, Brad. It's gonna be okay. Yep, Bradley. Calm down, Bradley. It's gonna be alright. We know your wife left you.
That's whole Bradley Nelson.
You know? They'll talk him down. You know? Here, we're just gonna set your rifle aside for a moment. We're just gonna talk to you for a minute. But no, if it's a Jake, put the gun down. Put it down. You don't put it down, they'll blow your head off. You know? They ain't looking to talk you down, man. This is 2 Thessalonians. Slakia. Slak. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6 says, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation